Now hear this, Motivation Academy, live and direct every day, 7 a.m. right in Montreal. Hear this man a Blackout J.A. and you know we can't stall or fall. I hear this now, Motivation Academy, run the rhythm.
Live and direct. Yeah.
Now hear this. Now this a Blackout J.A. Watch this. Now big respect. TRU-MON show. But them know say, oh, we talk the truth and we don't care what Babylon a push one way. Because, oh, bond the system left, right, and center. Because the story and the truth must be told. Big respect to the man culture, Nick. But them know say we don't panic a Blackout J.A. this. Rhythm track. TRU-MON show start racism is not alone. Blackout J.A. Watch this. Inform, educate, uplift, and teach. Watch this. TRU-MON show you upon Babylon. World destruction. Electronic, you know the evil has planned. World destruction. Motivation Academy never run. World instruction. TRU-MON show is a part of the plan. World instruction. Jamaica community now rain and snow. You want to hear the truth to tell the TRU-MON show. Police brutality will tell them how. Whenever knows a jump put a soup down so low. The TRU-MON show educate and warn. It's just like a sound system in a land. Jamaica tell the people them to cool and calm. The TRU-MON show what tell the evil say one. Hey, TRU-MON show you up on Babylon. World destruction. Hey, Jamaica you know the evil has planned. World destruction. Motivation Academy never run. World destruction. TRU-MON show you a part of the plan. World destruction. So you want the truth, you want to check TRU-MON. Easy now, Janica, you a part of the plan. I know the band, the rhythm, round the microphone stand. And when we come and answer the revolution, hey, TRU-MON, in my opinion, hey, you can't shout, stand firm and strong. Now the sound of your side is like a magic wand. Easy now, Janica, because you know you stand strong. When we come and dance, dance all of the rain. So then you stand and they don't catch our weapon. Hold upon the rhythm, round the microphone stand. Hey, TRU-MON, hey, TRU-MON show you upon Babylon. World destruction. Hey, Janik, you know the evil has planned. World destruction. Motivation Academy never run. World destruction. TRU-MON show is a part of the plan. World destruction. Jamaica community now rain and snow. You want to hear the truth, you check the TRU-MON show. Police brutality will tell them how. Whenever knows a jump put a soup down so low. The TRU-MON show educate and warn. It's just like a sound system in the land. Jamaica tell the people them to cool and calm. The TRU-MON show what tell the evil say one. Hey, TRU-MON show you upon Babylon. World destruction. Hey, Janik, you know the evil has planned. World destruction. Motivation Academy never run. World destruction. TRU-MON show you a part of the plan. World destruction. So you want the truth, you want to check TRU-MON. Easy now, Janika, you a part of the plan. I know the band, the rhythm, round the microphone stand. And when we come out, answer the revolution. Hey, TRU-MON, in my opinion, hey, you can't shout, stand firm and strong. Now the sound in your side is like a magic wand. Easy now, Janik, because you know you stand strong. When we come out and dance all of the rain. So then you stand and then you catch a weapon. Hold upon the rhythm, round the microphone stand. Hey, TRU-MON, hey, TRU-MON show you upon Babylon. destruction. Hey, Johnny, you know them evil has done. World destruction.
Positive vibration, rocking the nation. TRU-MON. Whoa now, whoa, whoa. Wicked got to go. Wicked men got to go. We need them no more. That's why we're gonna burn down Babylon flat. Wickedness never keep up and we want it to stop. Yes, we're gonna burn down Babylon flat. Burn them from toe straight up to head top. Because they don't deserve to be on this earth. Because they did not put righteousness first. And from their wicked ways they just won't divert. And to their wicked ways I man not convert. Oh no. Wicked men, change your wicked ways. And if you don't do that, then Jah is surely gonna shorten your days. You always like to take, but you never like to give. And all the works that you do on earth is so god of negative. For all the evil that you done, your days are gonna come. So I want you just to be prepared to face your fire burn. You're not gonna get away. That's what the Holy Bible says. You're not gonna get away. So be prepared for your judgment day. That's why I'm gonna burn down Babylon flat. Wickedness never keep up and we want it to stop. Yes, we're gonna burn down Babylon flat. Burn them from toe straight up to head top. Because they don't deserve to be on this earth. Because they did not put righteousness first. And from their wicked ways they just won't divert. And to their wicked ways Rasta now convert. I said I read fire. It a go burn them higher. And we go turn it up hotter. And we go put on the pressure. You cannot get away. No, no, you can't get away. You can never get away. No way. You go around the earth and you rob and you rape and kill. And that's the reason why we think you are mentally ill. You do not like to share the earth with each and every one. You put up your fence and I talk about say you own up Jaja land. You better change right now. All your judgment is there. Or you will prepare to face it fair and square. You're not gonna get away. For your evil work you must pay. You're not gonna get away. Be prepared for your judgment day. We're gonna burn down Babylon flood. Wickedness them keep up when we want it to stop. Yo, we're gonna burn down Babylon flood. Burn them from toe straight up to head top. Because you don't deserve to be on Jaja earth. Because you do not put righteousness first. From your wicked ways you refuse to divert. And to your wicked ways Rasta now convert. No, 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 no. Wicked man, face the judgment day. Oh, judgment gonna come on you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? TRU-MON tell them positive vibration, I will levitation. Yeah.
I got more. Hold on. One more. BVG. BVG.
Yeah man, this is Malaiki. À tous les enfants de Dieu, Yannick Lonier, dans le TRU-MON Show, va nous conduire au lieu de la gloire. Yannick avec sa franchise pour la franchise de Babylone. Motivation d'Académie éveille nos consciences pour transcender et voir la lumière divine. De l'obscurité à la lumière. De l'obscurité à la lumière, soyons bénis, soyons bénis, yeah, yeah, yeah. Soyons unis, yeah, yeah, yeah. De l'obscurité à la lumière, de l'obscurité à la lumière, soyons bénis, soyons unis, yeah, yeah, yeah. Soyons unis, yeah, yeah, yeah. C'est la lumière divine qui en tout instant nous illumine, nous inspire, encore nous guide. À tout moment, la lumière divine qui en tout instant nous illumine, nous inspire, encore nous guide. À tout moment, et même dans l'obscurité, nul ne doit s'égarer ou s'écarter de la vérité. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see the light. Yannick, see the light. God shed the light. Yannick, see the light. God shed the light. Mais quand allez-vous comprendre qu'il n'y a pas de race supérieure, ni de race inférieure? Yeah, 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 oui, c'est la gueule. Nous sommes tous faits à l'image de Dieu, Rastafari. Nous sommes à l'image de Dieu. C'est l'amour qui nous sauvera. Yeah, yeah. C'est l'amour qui pourra nous sauver de l'hécatombe. Oh, oui. Nous sommes tous les enfants de Dieu. Créés à l'image de Dieu. Que nous soyons rouges, jaunes, blancs ou blancs, nous sommes tous des enfants de Dieu, créés à l'image de Dieu. Que nous soyons rouges, jaunes, blancs ou blancs, nous sommes tous des enfants de Dieu, créés à l'image de Dieu, pour servir et protéger notre monde et les générations à venir. Peace and love, man. I know you see the light. Yannick, see the light.
Jaja, shed the light. Yannick, see the light. Jaja, shed the light. L'obscurité à la lumière.
L'obscurité à la lumière.
Boom! I'm back. Live and direct. Tubing in. The TRU-MON Show. Yannick, your host. A pleasure, an honor, a divine moment. Always, it's always a refreshing vibe. It's always a refreshing vibe to come and talk to you, especially with the new Byte Radio. Byte Radio UK. It's an amazing vibe. Amazing vibe on that radio. Seriously, I knew I was gonna like it, but that much, I couldn't get off. I couldn't get off. Big up, Bud. Big up, Bud. Big up the whole family. For sure, it's a massive vibe. We're going to have fun with this. It's not only pushing the vibe, but it's, up. Make sure that we stay up and in also. Like, I don't do this it's to inspire, for sure. Like, we all want to inspire with music. I think that's the goal why artists are making music also. Some, I don't think at the beginning the artists go in there with the like you evolve in life. Like, I'm sure when you start a career at 20 years old and you get to 40 years old, or your message must change, your reflection on life, your wisdom, so things change with time. Even me, yeah. And that's great. So that's great. That's why I say pushing the reggae vibe, because it's something that inspires me, for sure. And it's something I promote. I promote what I love. I don't bash what I hate. I don't bash Babylon all day long, but I don't hate. I don't want to put the word hate in my vocabulary, but I don't like what's going on out there. especially the confusion in the mind of people. And today I experienced something again on Facebook. I said, am I going to comment? Dante post something about Easter. It starts with the Easter holiday. Doesn't know what it means. So I just go there and put my 2 words, Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex. And then it started. That's what's happened when and it's not, and now they started on with the shape of the earth and all that stuff. And I'm like, did I told you there wasn't a shape? They would like, why can't we think for ourselves? Why do we have to default to other people's thinking all the time? Explain that to me. Because all the stuff I get told, it's stuff you repeat from other people. Like you have not experienced this stuff. You tell me that there's images from space. Have you seen them? Like all you've seen is exactly images. Do you know the definition? Like I didn't start to tell him all that stuff because it's a waste of time, but he doesn't even know the meaning of the word because he wouldn't tell me an images. An images is a representation. A photograph. We need a photograph, and there's none. There's no photo. There's no picture of Earth. And that's clear. Wherever you look, you won't find any. All you find is CGIs and images of Earth. But that's what he comes and tell me in his comments. He said, have you seen the images of space? Like I started to laugh because I know, but this is the kind of confusion and unawareness that we're all victim of at the beginning. If we don't expand our mind, don't expand and start thinking for ourselves, we're going to default and repeat stuff like that. We're going to be like parrots, just repeating stuff. So you want to think for yourself that this is, many hide the pain and trauma inside, not at the supermarket. You don't take your trauma and put it on the shelf. So you experience the trauma. Sometimes it's hidden inside and you don't even know. People don't know that they don't know that they don't know. That goes fucking deep. The stuff I'm talking about here goes deep sometimes. Not so deep. It's just because we're unaware. We don't know. The ego needs to know. And that's why he wanted me to explain him. I don't say names or anything, but he wanted me to explain him all the stuff he commented on, all the start. Like, why do you need me to explain you anything? Same as here. I don't come here to explain you stuff. That's not about explaining reality, defining reality for you. Like he wanted me to define, to put a definition on stuff. Like that's what happened. Our whole life has been defined. That's why we're experiencing that trauma without even knowing. It goes. It's funny anyway when I see people coming out like this under the illusion of knowing, because their ego needs to know. It's not you that need to know. It's your ego. Your ego wants to know. So you're going to go out on Facebook, on social media, everywhere, and you're going to cause division with people because you think you know and your ego needs to know. So he needed to know me to explain him the reality. It's like complete nonsense. Who am I to tell you anything, bro? You have eyes like me. You have the same senses. Like sometimes it's super nonsense. I'm trying to get to the chat. I lost... Yeah, it's frozen. I can't even get the chat. I would have to restart my other computer. I don't know who's there. But anyway, big up if you're there. I don't see the chat too much. But yeah, it's just, I think it's important. Like I'm not forcing you to think for yourself, but I'm advising you that it would be a good thing for your vibration, for your quality of life, for your the outcome of your life, that you start thinking for yourself. Because that also, you're going to start creating. You're going to start creating stuff and you let go of fear and you start connecting with people. Like I'm telling you, it's a better vibe. Look at me. I'm on YouTube, live and direct. I never thought I would do this in my life. But because I liberate myself from that kind of oppression, that kind of nonsense of thinking like Babylon, like the whole thing is fantasy. What? We're going to energize it? That's what we do. That's why it keeps sustaining. The overlay is still there. The Babylon is still there. All the nonsense, because we energize it ourselves. It's deep, man. People don't know. They don't know that they like the guy that came out on Facebook, supposedly a guy. I guess a guy that listens to reggae music. He must have heard the word Babylon in his life at least once. But he still repeats the same stuff that he was told by all the occultists of Babylon. Like it's so. That's why I don't argue with. That's why I rarely come out on Facebook with stuff and tell people that they are under the illusion of knowing, because their ego gets attacked. You see it. I seen it today. His ego was attacked. His ego needed to know. He wanted me to explain what I was saying, the reality. They needed, like, why do I need to know? I prefer wake up each and every day and I have mystery with my life, that my life is a mystery, that each and every day I'm in awe with life. Like, come on, it makes more sense. And not hide my pain and my trauma inside. What, I'm going to die with that trauma and that pain? It's like you don't die with your song inside of you. Same thing, né? Anyway, sometimes I'm confronted with some people that their mind is really, really confused. Really confused. It's confusion to the max. It's like I'm not even telling you what to think, or what I'm telling you to think for yourself. I'm telling you to define your own life, to create your life. You know, to live your dreams, to rise and shine. Do I come here to define your reality? I've never done that. I've never done that. But I'm telling you to think for yourself, and that the whole world is a lie. That is for sure. Why would they tell us the truth? Why do you think you like it's complete delusion? But that's what we're under, the illusion of knowing, because the ego, it depends. Like him, I sense a big layer of ego. And as soon as he started to reply, and you can sense the ego. And that I knew it was going to cause division. I knew he was going to enter into a bash session telling me I'm fucking ridiculous, calling me names. But it's a reflection of himself. And he's so unaware of the damage he's causing to himself. Because I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know what I came to do here on earth. I'm not astray. And I know that who I am. So that's the best thing you can know in a life. In a lifetime, I can tell you. Anyway, 99% of the stuff outside of yourself do not really matter. Why are you focusing on it? Why are you focusing so much on knowing everything about reality when it doesn't really matter? You have to find yourself, and you have to rise and shine in a lifetime. Imagine the work you have to do on yourself. So that's why I'm telling you, the stuff outside of yourself, the lies, deception, like it really doesn't too much matter in my life anymore, because I'm seeking reality and truth. But I'm not seeking so much, but the truth is inside. That's where I dig. I dig the truth. I don't seek the truth because it's there. I just dig it. It's like it's been covered with some bullshit. It's been covered with some bullshit, and now I'm just uncovering the truth, and that's what you see coming out here. It's very simple, eh? But I will never define your reality or telling you to default to other people for reality. Think for yourself. You have a head just like me. You have eyes, ears. You have a voice. Lift it. You know, you have everything needed to make sense of reality. You don't need these occultists, pseudoscience nonsense people that try to create a matrix. They try, but the matrix is in the mind of people. If you think there's a matrix, it's in your mind. Me, I'm in nature. I'm on earth. It's divine. It's paradise. That's what it is for me. That's the only experience I will ever have. And it's very, very divine. And I'm not going to spoil that experience thinking I'm in a fucking matrix or patrix or whatever the shit you want to talk about. I'm on earth. I'm here and now. Yes, the world we experience is chaos and war, but that's our situation inside too. Look at just the example before on Facebook. That's what it is. It's chaos and war. And then you wonder why there's chaos and war in the world. You wonder why we're lied to. You wonder why this, wonder why that. Hello? Open your eyes and see. Open your ears and listen. Anyway, it's a little rant tonight. I feel energetic. I feel very motivated. I would like to see your chat. Let me put down that that window here now. I'm gonna start it in another one. Can I do this? Oh, I can start another. Oh, I can have it in another window here. Hold on. Yeah, so it's anyway, it's just sometime when I'm confronted like we're all brothers and sisters here. We're all I see, maybe not seeking the same thing. Some of us okay, I have it here. I have to shut down the volume. Okay, I'm shutting down the volume. Do I have the chat? I think so. Yeah, now I have the chat. Okay, excuse me, guys. I wasn't seeing it before. Yeah. Chris is in the house. Big up, Chris. Boom! Boom King. Bite Radio family are here with you, Jenny. Great. Earth is a potato shape. I don't know, man. I don't know. I will never come here to you and tell you whatever on my house is much more peaceful than I think you, Jenny. Who we are talking about, I heard is no, but I don't come here to name. I'm not like that. I'm not bashing people and I'm not naming name. It's not necessary. It's nothing. Vincent, salut Vincent. C'est rien de. Laisse-moi retourner sur l'autre fenêtre là, que je me voie la bête, là, parce que c'est un petit peu bizarre parler puis pas me voir la bête en même temps. Là. J'aime mieux me voir la bête. OK, et voilà. C'est ça. Non, c'est what I was saying. Oh, I don't name. It's not necessary to name anyone to attack anyone. It's not one man that's going to change things. No man is an island, so no man's going to change the world. Not one man. It's all of us waking up and realizing this stuff. Like opening up our eyes and start thinking for ourselves. Just that, put the system down. You know what's the background of the system is our silence. Just think for yourself. Start lifting your voice. And you're going to see that the whole thing's going to collapse. Me, that collapse in my head, it's not there anymore. Like I told you where I was. I'm not in a matrix or like the matrix. You like, where's the matrix? It's nature. It's the world. Yes, there's confusion. I go to the bank still and stuff like that. But that's just what it is. It's there. Like I'm not in a computer game. Like people seem to think these stuff. They imagine stuff. Like there's a matrix, and all this. Like it's got to be there. Hello? Yes, it's in your mind. But it's not in mine. So where is it? What? We're in the... Okay. Oh, the Northern Lights are the green stuff of the Northern Lights or the 1 and 0 green stuff that you see in the Matrix? That's what you're telling me? Like, it's so nonsense. Like the whole thing is very, very divine, and we're missing the point so much. Sometimes it's crazy. Anyway, I think that's what we have to do. First of all, heal. It's very important to heal. First, you want to heal your trauma, your confusion, but embrace it. It's a reflection of your growth. If you avoid your confusion, like this guy was telling me all kinds of shit. Like he was avoiding his confusion completely and cognitive dissonance. He didn't even want to hear what I have to say. Like I was a big bad wolf. I'm your brother. I'm seeking outside of Babylon like everyone. I'm seeking out of the madness and stuff. Like we're putting so much division in between us. It's terrible. It's sick. That's why we stay like that. Because we can't even talk to each other. We can't even talk to our neighbors. Tell you all the time. And look on Facebook, we just tried to engage a conversation. Someone asked a question, I replied. I gave my answer. So what it makes sense for me, it's a freaking nonsense fantasy world of Babylonian. Well, everything is Babylon. Yeah, that's the illusion. The whole world is a lie. People live the lie and encourage the lie and propagate the lie. They do the parrot. They do the parrot. You know, that's why we live the way we live, and that's why we're so taken for fool. That's why. Because we can't even think for ourselves. And then you go out and blame that's the same person that goes out and complain and then do the propaganda in the background. You see the confusion? He probably complained about Babylon, but then he does the propaganda of it. Like, so nonsense. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Okay? Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So you don't go and bash people and hate people for an opinion. Like if I would repeat you the stuff he said, it was pretty funny. My computer's frozen, maybe for a good reason. But yeah, it was funny. It's just, I don't know. If you want to heal your trauma, you got to start recognizing it. You got to start looking in the mirror and face yourself. First of all, face your fears. Like this whole nonsense to go lecture people and tell them all kinds of stuff. You want to know stuff. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't need to know. I don't need to to pretend, to know. Because we're all walking pretending. It's fucked up. When you wake up, okay, that's what Tupac Shakur said. I think he said, you think the world is messed up. You think the world is fucked up. But wait when you wake up. Wait when you wake up. Believe me. Trust me. Don't believe me. Trust me. It's really insane. Insanity is sanity. But people don't see it. They encourage the insanity. So it becomes sanity. And the whole world is insane. Because the whole world do not think for themselves. The whole world default to Babylon. And they're barely aware. Even some people don't even know about the word Babylon. That we are in a system. Some people don't even know that. Imagine me, I had the chance to have reggae music when I was young. Bob taught me about Babylon, and that's what, at 40 years old, and I had time to start to think. Because I was on my freaking ass. I had time to start to think. This is where I started to search and look, what is Babylon? What is Babylon? Eh? You just go out there and repeat it. Oh, Babylon, Babylon. I did that all my life. I did that all my life from the age of 15, since I started listening to Bob Marley, 14, 15 years old. Up to 40 years old, I always repeated that Babylon was a shit stem, but never knowing what I was talking about. It's like nationalism. We're taught to hate people we never met, and we think we know stuff, but we don't know nothing about this country, about this history, and that's so nonsense. So nonsense how much we're stuck up in the illusion of knowing. And that's what makes this world probably go round. Probably go around. That's why the world in their head, people, is turning, because it's so mixed up. So they think that even the earth is turning and all the stuff is going around, because that's what it does in your freaking head. It goes around, and you can think for yourself. Everything you see outside is a reflection of inside. What we experience inside. Chaos, war, illusion, delusion. We don't live up to our greatness. We don't live our dreams. We default. So that's a default world. It's a very crystal clear. The truth is crystal clear. Crystal clear. If you don't see it, it's because you pretend to be blind. Because no one can say that. Some people are blind, they can see. I'm not talking about that. But everybody have eyes, everybody have ears, everybody can connect, everybody can open their heart, everybody can share the joy, share the love, not definitions. I don't want to share definitions, or I want you to rise your vibration so we can get out of this chaos. Because if you don't raise your vibe, if the neighbor don't raise his vibe, we're always going to be in the same mess. It's not just a group of people, 144,000, that's going to change the world. Everybody, that's another delusion. I hear everywhere, oh, there's 144,000 chosen one. We're all freaking chosen one. Wake up. We're all chosen one. You're just asleep. How am I different from the first man that came here and the neighbor? We're all constituted the same. We all have the same ability to think. And that's to be conscious if you start to think. Because if you don't think, you're not conscious. That's consciousness, is the act to think. And not to think for other people's thought. Think your own thought. Can you do that? That's a challenge. A big challenge. I found it a pretty big challenge all my life. All my during the time I was born 4 years ago. My date of birth is not 1973. It's 4 years ago. I can't tell you exactly when, but I'm very, very fresh, very, I feel very like rejuvenated. That happens if you renew this, if you activate this and you start thinking for yourself. You feel fresh, you feel young, you feel vibrant, you feel alive, you feel like the world is yours. And that's what it is. The world is mine, the world is yours. And that's what you got to feel like you're part of it, and you're here to do your part, and you're here to contribute, to share, to care. Why can't we do that? Why is it so hard to just care? To just care, eh? Ah, it seems very hard for some people just to care. Let me see what's going on there. Yeah. I'm just checking your chat. Chris and Bud are same person. Oh, it's me. Okay, it's Mibless. And it's I don't know what you wrote. Mibless. J'espère que ça va mieux marcher sur ce channel. J'ai toujours du lag. Ah, Vincent, ouais. T'as changé de compte aussi, je pense, hein? Ou t'en as deux, peut-être, là? C'est le même Vincent? Vincent Wisdom? Non? C'est ça? I think so. I'm just checking your chat, là. OK, let me find ma petite bête encore. No, c'est ça. And super great vibe tonight on Byte Radio. I love it. I'm gonna DJ on the radio live, and I really love it. It's a massive vibe. I'm gonna do more. I said 2 days a week, but I think it's gonna be more because I love it. I love it. I love the vibe. And when my mic works tonight, my mic wasn't working. When we fix the mic, it's gonna be even better. But yeah, it's do something that you love. Like, I don't come here to yap and blah, 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 about, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do. No, I freaking do it. I do it. It's one after the other. Dub plate session, TRU-MON show, Motivation Academy, Byte Radio, Rest FM. I just do it one after the other, and that's how we're gonna change the world with a good example. An example of positivity and progress and upliftment and something true, not a bunch of lies that we energize. Not a bunch of lies that we energize, people. We have to wake up. It's a must. And wake up again. It's not so much waking up because you wake up every day when you get out of your bed. But it's to activate your mind. Activating your conscience, becoming conscious of what you say, what you eat, what you hear, all this is very, very, it's a must. It's a must if you want to regain control of your person and be one with you, one with nature, one with everything. That's my goal. I'm not separated. I don't want to cause division with not even the rocks on the ground. Like, I'm not into a division operation, but some people, because of the awareness, the unawareness, lost in an abyss of unawareness will cause division. Because they don't recognize themselves in others. I recognize myself in this guy. I'm not going to start bashing him and telling him he's an idiot and this and that. I was there once. I was there. I have no intention, no benefit at all from bashing anyone. I am bashing myself. Like, I recognize myself in everyone, in every animal, in every rocks, in every plant, in every river, I recognize myself there. I'm part of this. I'm come from the same force that created us is the same force that created the sun, the moon, the stars, the river, the trees, the rocks, the grass, the insects, the everything. All come from the same source, the same force, the divine force, the divine creation. And I think it's still ongoing. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But I think it's still ongoing sometimes. But anyway, that's an opinion. But anyway. But we can all easily erase that trauma. And it's not because it's undoable. It's not because it's something very, very hard to undo. No? It's something very possible. The moment you start facing facts. The moment you start facing facts, you don't avoid the facts because most people avoid the fact, and that's why they're stuck. They're stuck in place. And again, your own pause, stuck, same thing. And I think it's not very, very good for you to be stuck. Like your vibe or suffering. Like this is the suffering occurring without knowing. We're sabotaging our whole life experience without knowing. That should spark something in your head. That should spark some kind of a look in the mirror. Like, who the heck am I? What can I do here? What I came to do here? I know what I came to do. It's clear. My mission is very clear. The outer purpose might change. Like there's always stuff adding, and now it's the radio show, DJ on the radio and stuff. Like there's stuff that's gonna add, or it might change. Like I might leave YouTube one day. Who knows? Might have something else. But for now, that's what it is, and I love the moment. I appreciate love the moment because this is a moment where I grow. I grow from this a lot. Every time I come here, I gain strength. Every time I do something that outside of my comfort zone, I'm gaining strength. That's why I'm stronger each and every day, and I feel very strong, and I can express it because I feel it. Do you think I would come here blah, 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 like that if I wouldn't feel strong? Come on. Come on. I'm live and direct. I don't know who's watching, and I yap my mouth like crazy. I say all kinds of stuff. So I watch what I say because I always have in mind that my children are watching. So it's very important. I want my children, Gavin, to recognize himself in that. And he does, and he's 11 years old. Like, you should see stuff he tells me sometime. 11, because his level of awareness is a lot more potent, or more is higher than just the guy that the supposedly adult. Like, to me, we're all still on the baby stage. You have to wake the baby, like I say always, wake the baby inside you, because you're whining and complaining and crying like a baby, and you're like a little child that completely lost. So don't keep your child mind like, yes, but don't stay like we have to evolve. We have to gain wisdom. We have to, and again, the wisdom is knowing who you are. Knowing who you are. I'm not telling you to know what the sun is. I don't know, and I don't care, honestly. I'm never going to know. I'm never going to know unless I default to other people's explanation. And I prefer look at the sun with awe, with very, like, avoir un mystère, have something mysterious about it. It's experience something mysterious, and that I still question. Like, I want to still question. Like, if you give me a definition what the sun is, am I going to question it? Am I going to go out and question it and look at it and try to find what it is? Because forget everything they told you and look at the sun. Tell me it's a big ball of fire, bigger than the earth. Come on. Wake up, open your eyes. I'm just telling you to open your eyes. That's all I'm telling you. And look at it, and you're going to see that. And keep the amazement, and the awe, and that spirit of not knowing. It's much better than knowing everything and have your whole reality defined during your lifetime. Like, I like my life being mysterious. I like not knowing. It's much more anyway, and it's not so much. Above all, we should not lie to ourselves, but that's what we're doing. The world is a lie, but we lie to ourselves also. And above all, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. The warrior inside hears everything. And the confusion is just stack up until you become very confused because of the conversation you're having with yourself, what you're saying. You're lying to yourself. Most of us lie to ourselves. And that's the truth. I don't care you like it or not. I don't come here to whisper sweet nothings in your ears. I've never been like that. I will never be. And I think our life is at stake here. Our life is at stake. It's not a joke, so I'm not going to take this as a joke ever, never. And no, that's never been my intention here. But it's never been also my intention to come and tell you everything. And no. You got to find stuff. It's there. It's not because you have to seek so much the greatness and all, the truth and all that about it's inside you. Come on. And that comes with question. With question come answer, right? So if you look for answers, you look for truth, not lies. So you should have a good set of quality questions in your brain, in your head, in your mind, whatever. And that will give you quality answers. That will give you a quality of life. A great quality of life, because you have great questions and comes great answers and comes the truth at one point. And the truth is not very complicated. It's what it is. It's you. It's me. There's truth in what we do, what we are, what we say. How many times I told you that? But you got to say it. You got to be it. You gotta be the fullest of the story, fullest of your story, not their story. Like now we're all the fullest of the story. Like it's so nonsense. Like be the fullest of your story. Rewrite your own story. Go back to the drawing board, square one, and start back again. Why not? We can all do that at any time, no matter how old you are or how young you are. Whether you're 18 or 80, you're going to need something to drive you forward. Trust me. You're going to need something to drive you forward, whether you're 80 or 18. So better activate those drives. Because if not, you stay stuck. You stay stuck and it's like you're on neutral. You're on neutral and doesn't really move. What time is it? Okay, but that computer is not right. Then it's maybe since it's frozen since 8 o'clock. It's marked 8. I'm like, come on. I've been here longer than that. I told Gavin I was going to get off at about 9 o'clock. So yeah, I was like, but anyway, I think it's just a moment where we should just look at our life during the time we're alive and find a greater vibe and experience that great vibe at least once in a lifetime. Like it's outside of fear. I'm then talking to you, letting go of fear. Let go of fear. Let go of everything that holds you back, the self-oppression, all the nonsense that holds you back becoming what you're supposed to be and not just default. Great speech. You are born again. For sure I am. I told you that many times. Great speech. I agree with what you are teaching your children. I wish I had taught mine. Me too. I wish I would have been taught when I was young. That's the thing. But be the person you needed when you were young. I told you that before too. That's very important. I'm the person I needed. With my children, I'm the person I needed when I was young. That's just that. I would have liked people to tell me that stuff when I was 15, 16. Hey, woo-hoo! Woo! Imagine if I was told the truth about the world when I was 16 years old. Oh, my life would have been so different. Oh, I just dumped my jelly beans out. Ate half the bag. I won't buy anymore. Yucky. Oh, jelly beans is very, very... yeah, that's very bad. Oh, no, that's bad. That's very bad. Talk to me about jelly beans. Yeah, that's very bad. That's everything that's sugar. It's because the sugar. It's not only because it's bad because there's sugar. Is the sugar in there is engineered. That's the thing. They mark sugar, but the sugar is engineered in a factory, so they put other shit in the sugar, so you don't know, and you think it's like be very, very wise when it comes to eating. When it comes to eating, we must be very, very vigilant. Me, I prefer eat watermelon all day than be stuck eating crap. Like I prefer go pick up a big watermelon. That's a fat burner big time. Told you I lost 100 pounds not eating jelly beans. She's gonna laugh. I lost 100 pounds not eating jelly beans. So, and not only that you're gonna gain weight, but it's not good for you. It's not good for the inside. Really, 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 really. And it's just to detox from that nonsense, the sugar, and that's gonna happen gradually. Gradually, you let go. You start to feel bad about it too. Once your conscience activated, then you eat scrap. You start feeling bad and bad mentally, bad physically. You have cramps. You have. I know, so I've been through this. So no, it's very important to remain conscious in every aspect of our life, and let go of what doesn't support us. What doesn't support your journey, you shouldn't consume it. Like we're all consumers. Like we eat everything we can. We like it's so crazy. Like what do we need to eat to survive? Certainly don't need pigs and stuff like that. So no, and bacon and no, not for me anymore. But I've never been I never really liked like even when I told you when I was eating meat, I was taking my meat at the butcher and everything. I was never really going to IGA or any grocery store to buy meat. Like I was a bit somewhat caring, not caring for the right stuff, but I was somewhat a bit conscious of the scrap in the supermarkets. For sure, that's all there is. But if you are in love with the fantasy, like most people are in love with the fantasy, that's what's happening. That's why they go on Facebook and blast all kinds of people and they cause division. They go out in the world and cause division. So why do you think? Why would we be told the truth? The occultists and the people that have woven this fabric of illusion that we have in front of us, because that's what it is. You gotta sow your own thing. You reap what you sow. You gotta fabric your own thing. Je sais pas comment tu dis ça, tricoter en anglais. Faut que tu tricotes ton propre chose, là. Ton propre rideau. Tu sais, ton rideau de fer, peut-être. Un iron curtain to prevent the bad vibes from coming. Maybe that's what we need, a iron curtain. But you need something. You need to protect yourself from the bad vibes around. It's all over, for sure. And if you're not conscious of it, you're just going to energize it. You're going to energize the bad vibe, the division at work. That's division at work. It's not love. There's no love in there. I have love, but I mean it's division. The moment he comes out and starts bashing me and calling me names, he's calling himself. He's calling out himself. He's calling out himself in his whole thing. You just go on Facebook and check it, and you're going to see he's calling out himself. It's so hilarious. That's why I don't energize. I left. I said, fuck it. There's no point for me. I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to prove to anyone. Like, people wants to prove themselves because their ego is so big and they need to be, I told you I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. That's all nonsense. I'm about love. I'm not about being right or wrong. I don't care being right or wrong on anything here. I'm about love. That's what I'm about. My heart is full of love. And that's all I got to give. My heart full of love. Let's see, I have a song like this.
Representing for the TRU-MON show, live and direct on YouTube.
Let's take a break.
You hear that? Oh. Yes, Janik, it's a burning fire. I read that until lava burning fire. And then it's a fire, it don't need no water. A judge a we use a it to inspire. TRU-MON, rise and shine. Don't know it go. Sentiments, say blessings and honor. Hear that? Yeah, man, Motivation Academy live and direct every day, 7 a.m. Montreal time. Motivation, inspiration, truth, and reggae music. And that the bridging I deal with upliftment and progress always. Me and telling us people, this is it. Asante amen. Full das it. Oh. Now this is King Lorenzo representing for the TRU-MON show, Man like Janik, my brother for life, you see it, the TRU-MON himself. Whoa, yeah. The TRU-MON show is a warrior, gonna break down all of them barriers and free ourselves from all the stumbling blocks in no way. The TRU-MON show is a warrior, gonna break down all of them barriers and free ourselves from all them jump and sound in nowhere. Yeah. Even in a difficult times, when I've got so much things on my mind, hunting for my brother, it's so hard to find. Ain't no giving in, victory in mind, yeah. Sometimes it's gonna get real tough. It feels like my best is not good enough. And even when it seems like no one cares, the TRU-MON show, I want persevere. TRU-MON show is a warrior, gonna break down all of them barriers and free ourselves from all the stumbling blocks in no way. Brother Janik is a warrior, gonna break down all of them barriers and free ourselves from all them jump and sound in no way. Yeah. There's got to be a solution. There's got to be a way out. We put the work in motion, moving forward with no doubt. The TRU-MON show is on a mission, and we've got no time to waste. It's all about progress, moving forward is the TRU-MON aim. The TRU-MON show is a warrior, gonna break down all of them barriers and free ourselves from all them stumbling blocks in no way. TRU-MON show is relaxing nowhere, yeah. Even in a difficult times, when I've got so much things on my mind, hunting for my bread and it's so hard to find. Ain't no giving in, victory in mind, yeah. Sometimes it's gonna get real tough. It feels like my best is not good enough. And even when it seems like no one care, the TRU-MON show I might persevere. The TRU-MON show is a warrior, gonna break down all of them barriers and free myself from all the stumbling blocks in my way. The TRU-MON show is a warrior, gonna break down all of them barriers and free ourselves. Yeah.
Well, I said Johnny them fin know enough. From the mere device, them know see a damn tipper. And we tell you to stay strong. Live up, look up, hold your head high. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And this is a special for the TRU-MON show. Motivation Academy. That's the far I tell them. Okay then. Don't listen to the pagans when they talk, cause they don't have no sense. Yeah man. Janik, I go teach the youths them to live them life the right and righteous way. That is what I have to say. So youth man, be wise, open up your eyes, listen to the calling of the Most High. Jaja will lead your way to the righteous way, to the righteous way. Listen what I have to say. Don't be a bad memory. Don't let the negative people drain your energy. No, no, don't be a bad memory. Don't let them stop you from doing what you want to do. Don't be a bad memory. Don't let the negative people steal your energy. Don't be a memory. Don't let them take your soul away from you. No, no, no. Keep your focus, hold your head up high. Do the things you need to do. Do the right things. Do the righteous things. Hey. Don't you lead to war. Janik will lead your way. Motivation Academy. Hey. Teach the youths them the righteous things. Let them live them life the righteous way. So you'd be strong and hold on to a firm meditation. Hey. Don't be a bad memory. Don't let the negative people drain your energy. No, no, don't be a bad memory. Don't let them stop you from doing what you want to do. Don't be a bad memory. Don't let the negative people steal your energy. Don't be a memory. Don't let them take your soul away from you. No, no, no. But I just want to let the youth them know, you know, that you must live your life the righteous way. Be a light to this world. You understand? Don't make negative energy draw you to the wrong things, to the bad things, to let you do wrong. Don't let your memories be the ones that we don't want to remember. The ones that get us scared when time we hear it. Let your memories be something to live on forever. Rastafari. Don't be a memory. Don't be their memory. Just listen to your heart and do the righteous thing you need to do. Don't be a memory. Don't be their memory. Don't be their memory. Do the righteous thing, live the righteous life. Hey, show me a memory.
That's the yeah, that's the rhythm. That's the rhythm for
Well,
that
they
song.
should know that Janik is a motivation for the youths of tomorrow. We want to see the youths live happy. No man should live in sorrow. So listen to the words of Dan Tipper and the motivation of Janik.
I love that song.
TRU-MON Show, Motivation Academy. Janik, teach the youths, yeah, man. Run the rhythm and make you tell them,
Yeah, the warrior spirit. That's what King Lorenzo. That's the title I had put when I had him on the TRU-MON Show. King Lorenzo, warrior spirit, fully activated. Fully activated. King Lorenzo, warrior. I'm using my checklist. Warrior spirit, fully activated. That's what we need. Not something. It's not a little passage. One day that we're gonna have an. No. It's an experience for a lifetime. You know, once you renew this, it's for the rest of your life. When you renew, when you activate your conscience, what's happening is you're part of something. You attach yourself to the greater picture, to the big picture, and you're gonna start seeing it probably slowly. You don't you don't take altitude in a plane like this. You go slowly. You take your altitude slowly with a different attitude with life, a great attitude. That means you're grateful. You're grateful. That's the first part. We have to be grateful for life. So once you're grateful for life, everything's gonna come. You don't have to worry. You're here to win. And once you activate your conscience, there's something pushing you. It's hard to explain what it is or what kind of. It's something you have to feel. Something you have to feel like. I think we're all ordained to be great. We're just avoiding the call, but for sure we're here to be great. We're greater than great. Even that, and I'm defining what we are. To me, we're undefinable. You must define your own reality, design your life. But I admit it's easier to just take a default state for a while. But if you activate your conscience, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's to start doing great stuff and be part of something bigger than yourself. Be part of something bigger than yourself, and it's very important. It's not about you. That's what you got to realize. That's what I've realized in this whole journey. It's not about me. It's about helping others. It's about caring, helping, and inspiring. And if you're strong enough to do it, do it. Do it. Because there's many, many people that, like I say in the title, are hiding their pain and trauma inside. And they just need, like I said this morning, where it's like many, many people are hanging on the cliff, and they just need a hand up. Sometimes some people, you will just like spark something in them, and it will be instantly they will activate this, and they will make great sense to them. Like Bud wrote me a message. He said, "Oh, I like your reasoning. It makes a lot of sense to me." Probably because your conscience is already activated and everything makes sense. You're already in that state of knowing who you are a little. And sometimes you just need, like, maybe because I had always had a great sense of who I was, but always like without the mystery, without the like, always with the illusion of knowing. So that if I know who I am, without the illusion of knowing, first of all, who I am also, because I always pretty much default, never really design my life or create something, like just creating. I thought it was only for artists or people that were creating stuff. But once I started creating stuff on my own and start vibing and really express the vibration that I had, things are very different. Very different. Suddenly, you're very inspired. You're not tired. You're not tired. I'm sure Bud is the same. He doesn't feel tired because he's inspired. He stays inspired with his radio station and all that. It's super great. It's such an amazing vibe. Big up, large up, large up, large up. It's something very, very. I was very pleased tonight to feel the vibe and to know I was. That's what I want. Feel the vibe, and inspire. And I know I have that strength. I have that vitality. That will to survive, especially the will to survive, the will to stay alive, and that's it. That can propulse you to higher heights if you want. It's all about deciding to decide. And I read your comments, Leslie, during the time I was playing the music, and you said you ate a pound of M&M and you gained 10 pounds. You're a slow learner, but there is slow learner. You don't have to freak the fuck out because you learn slow, or as long as you learn. And at one point, everything's gonna just click, boom, 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 boom. Everything's gonna click in place. There's gonna be that moment where everything click in place, and now suddenly everything is clear. There's no more confusion. You know who you are. You know what you're doing here. You know what's your calling. You don't energize nonsense and stuff that you can't perceive yourself. You don't just do propaganda just to say, oh, to fit in. Like many people, the reason why they stay in propaganda, the stuff of Babylon, because they want to fit in. They want to fit in. We have a desire to fit in. Even when you think you don't fit in with your reggae music and stuff like that, many people I am confronted with that they still want to fit in because they want to fit in a certain group, a certain thinking, a certain way of thinking. Like you don't fit in a box with a bunch of people. I don't take you physically, make you fit in a box. But you make yourself fit in that box. You keep yourself in that box because you want to fit in. That's one of the worst thing you can desire is to fit in the rest of the group. Think for yourself. You don't need to fit in. We don't need to default to YouTube or anything for reality. The reality happens outside. It's outside in nature. You need more to connect with nature. Maybe, like I said, is the sun in your house? Is the moon in your house? Is the stars in your house? No, it's outside in nature. That's where we got to be. That's where the rivers are, the animals, the communication, the divine, the sacred mission happen outside. You know, all the trees, the river, all doing their sacred mission to the perfection. They all accomplish their mission. Every trees, every rock, every grain of sand, every grain of grass, they all here for a mission and they accomplish it, just like you and me. But us, we avoid it. We avoid the divine sacred mission because, hey, whoa, might be a bit of work. But when we have an opportunity, we are alive, we are here on earth, we have an opportunity to change the vibration. But when there's opportunity, usually on the other side of the door that you open, it's work. So we have work to do, for sure. But we have to start somewhere. Anyway, I'm leaving you. I'm out, and I'll be back tomorrow. What day are we today? Sunday today. Eh? So tomorrow, 7 a.m. on Motivation Academy, of course. My other chilling spot. And until then, thanks everyone who was there in the chat. Let me check. J'ai vu Flattered Subgenius tantôt. Flattered Subgenius, Leslie Vincent, and Bud and Godefroy. Salut Godefroy. Earth is a potato shape. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly not what we've been told. Let's just leave it like that. It's not what we've been told. Keep the mystery in your life. Keep these moments, and you're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a awful lot. You're gonna have a awful lot of moment if you stop defaulting to that Babylon nonsense. And think for yourself and go outside and look at everything without definition. Just without definition. Experience it and see it. And until then, I'm back. That's it tomorrow, 7 a.m. First light reasoning as always. The mission continue. Always. Ongoing. Not stopping. Unbreakable. Unshakable. And I'm out. See ya.